Do you really believe that science is the only answer to all of life's questions?
No, but I believe that religion can provide answers to none of life's questions.
If God doesn't exist, why do you care if people worship him?
I don't. I care if they try to get creationism taught in public schools, or they try to ban gay marriage on the basis of their religion, or if they pester me to convert to their religion, or if they tell me I'm irrational for not practicing their religion.
Seriously, can nothing create something?
No, because nothing has never existed. There has never been a time in which nothing existed. Have you really never heard an answer to this question before?
If you've never been to the ends of the earth, if you've never been to every planet, if you've never been to every part of the universe, how do you know that God doesn't exist?
I think most definitions of God are self-contradictory. I have no more reason to believe that I will find a God in some corner of the universe than I have to believe that I will find a married bachelor in some corner of the universe.
What is the origin of life?
Self-replicating chemicals.
If humans are animals, then where does our sense of justice, where does our sense of morality, where does our sense of what's right and what's wrong come from?
Evolution and culture, and we have good reason to believe that we are not the only animals who have such a sense.
If you were given irrefutable evidence that the God of the Bible is real, would you become a Christian?
No, that God is an asshole.
Tell me something. If evolution is real, and if evolution is really happening, how come there are no transitional forms that we can observe?
What do you think a transitional form would look like? Literally every organism that has ever existed has been transitional, except for the ones on the immediate brink of extinction. Every species that has had or will have descendants is in a state of mutation and adaptation. One of the clearest illustrations of a transition is the evolution of cetaceans. Whales have blowholes on the tops of their heads, but they evolved from the Pakicetus, which has nostrils in the front of its snout. There must, therefore, be something that had nostrils halfway up the snout, and that's exactly what we find. The Rhodocetus is a transitional species between the Pakicetus and modern cetaceans.
Do you live according to what you believe, or do you live your life according to what you lack in belief?
Ultimately neither. I ultimately live according to what I value rather than what I believe. My beliefs, or lack thereof, only inform me about what actions will or will not achieve my values.
If God doesn't exist and the Christian dies, the Christian loses nothing. But if God does exist and you die as an atheist, do you not lose more? Will you not lose your soul?
What does that even mean? How does one lose their soul? Does it disappear between the couch cushions? What even is a soul, and why should I care about losing it in the first place?
Hebrews chapter 11 verse 3 says, "By faith we understand that the universe was created by the word of God, so that what is seen was not made out of things that are visible." Now, just because we can't visibly see something, it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. We cannot see God, but it doesn't mean that God doesn't exist. For example, we cannot see the wind, but we do feel the wind. We also feel the effects of the wind, and we also experience the movement of the wind.
Yeah, but I don't feel or experience any God, so why should I be as convinced that a God exists as I am convinced that gases exist?
And so the truth is, creation itself testifies of an all-powerful and imaginative creator.
How does it do that exactly? This is another example of a non sequitur that theists often make. They infer that the mere fact that something exists somehow denotes that a conscious mind must have caused it to exist, although they make an exception when it comes to the existence of that mind itself. To everyone who helps me out on Patreon, you're a big help. Thanks so much.